Selenium WebDriver. See, it is a most important tool in Selenium suite. See, it is a most important tool in Selenium suite. See, we already discussed Selenium is not a single tool, suite of tools. For example, UFT, formerly QTP, single tool. RFT, Rational Functional Tester, single tool. Silk Test, single tool. Test Complete, Test Partner, all are single tools. But it is not a single tool, suite of tools for supporting test automation. Most important tool in this suite, Selenium WebDriver. It has programming interface. Selenium WebDriver has programming interface. It doesn't have user interface. You take UFT tool, Unified Functional Testing, formerly QTP. UFT has programming interface as well as user interface. IDE. UFT has IDE. UFT has 12 menus. You can use menu items, record, checkpoints, object repository, object spy. See, UFT has IDE as well as programming interface. Tool editor is there. In that editor, you can type test script. You can in UFT, you can generate test script using tool features, recording, checkpoints, output values, etc. Tool features. Otherwise, you can type test script directly in tool editor. But WebDriver has only programming interface. It doesn't have IDE, integrated development environment. No menus, no menu items in Selenium WebDriver. For each and everything, we need to write the code. Getting this point, Silpa? Difference between UFT tool and Selenium WebDriver? Differentiate?
Yeah, WebDriver is a programming language, and UFT is like
Pardon?
user interface.
Just a minute. WebDriver is?
The programming interface.
WebDriver has programming interface, whereas UFT has programming interface.
And the user interface.
IDE, integrated development environment. You can generate test scripts using tool features. Otherwise, you can type script directly in tool editor. But in Selenium WebDriver, no IDE. Getting this point?
Yes, sir.
For each and everything, we need to write the code. Here only editor. You need to write the code for each and everything. For recognizing objects, performing operations on object, we need to write the code. No tool features. Okay. Next, just a minute. I will. See, it has programming interface. Programming interface allows us to create, and execute test cases. To create and execute test cases against different browsers, not only IE or Mozilla Firefox. You can use Mozilla Firefox or IE or Google Chrome, etc. against different browsers. For example, see here default browser is Firefox, or you can use Internet Explorer or Google Chrome, Safari, etc. Actually, these three browsers only having highest market share. Remaining browsers Safari, Opera below 5% only. Around 95% browser market share belongs to these three browsers: Google Chrome, Firefox, IE. Okay. It has programming interface, allows us to create and execute test cases. For example, UFT. You know UFT. What is UFT? Unified Functional Testing. Formerly, why I am comparing with UFT? Nowadays, Selenium and UFT are competitive tools in this area, functional test automation. These two tools are market competitors in this area, functional test automation, formerly QTP. QTP has IDE, Integrated Development Environment, and Programming Interface. Tool editor is there, tool features are there, interface. Okay. Next, WebDriver supports various programming languages to enhance test cases. WebDriver supports various programming languages to enhance test cases, whereas UFT supports only VB script to enhance test cases. What is enhancing test cases? What is enhancing? Can you tell me, Paramita Rai? Enhancing test cases means?
Sir, inserting verification,
Yes,
some
inserting
comments,
verification points,
parameterization,
parameterization if required, synchronization, adding comments. All these are comes under enhancing test cases. Observe, modifying test cases different, enhancing test cases different. Okay, enhancing test cases means inserting verification points, parameterization, synchronization. Next, adding comments if required with respect to our test requirements. Okay, UFT supports VB script only for enhancing test cases, whereas WebDriver supports various programming languages to enhance test cases. See, Selenium WebDriver supports various programming languages for enhancing test cases. See, terminology varies from one environment to another. In UFT, we use test or test script terms. Test or test script. In Selenium, we use test case as like manual testing. But in UFT, no test case term. Test or test script. Test or test script. Here, test case, or you can use test script also. Test case, Selenium test case or Selenium test script, but widely using term is test case. Official term, Selenium test case. If it is UFT test. Okay. Selenium WebDriver supports various programming languages for enhancing test cases. What are the supporting languages? Can you tell me? Gayatri, Krishna Chaitanya. I think in the first chapter we discussed, first week.
Ruby, Python,
Ah,
PHP,
Ruby, Python,
.NET,
PHP, .NET. What about
Perl,
Java? Widely using Java.
and Java.
Okay. See, first Java. See, nearly already we discussed. Nearly 77% Selenium testers using Java. Remaining all languages only 23%. See, Selenium WebDriver supports Java, or you can use .NET. In this .NET is suite of technologies. In this .NET suite, nearly 32 technologies available. Here, C#.NET supports our Selenium WebDriver. C#.NET. Okay. .NET hypertext preprocessor. PHP. Next, Perl. Next, Python. Next, Ruby. See, we selected Java, but it supports these 6 languages to enhance test cases. Next, WebDriver supports various operating environments to create and execute test cases. See, WebDriver. WebDriver supports various operating environments to create and execute test cases. Suppose our application under test. Suppose we are testing banking application. Our application under test deployed on Windows. You can use Selenium for automation. Our application under test, AUT, application under test. Our AUT deployed on Unix environment. Yes, you can use Selenium WebDriver for functional test automation. Suppose our application deployed on Macintosh, you can use Selenium WebDriver. But UFT supports, Parmita Rai, UFT supports
UFT supports only Windows.
Yes, UFT, Unified Functional Testing. HP UFT supports only Microsoft Windows operating environment. UFT doesn't support Unix and Macintosh, but WebDriver supports Windows, Unix, and Mac environments. See, supports Windows, next Unix, next Macintosh, etc. Next, WebDriver supports data-driven testing and cross-browser testing. Next, one more tool in Selenium suite, Selenium IDE. Selenium IDE doesn't support data-driven testing and cross-browser testing. Selenium IDE supports only Mozilla Firefox, but WebDriver supports data-driven testing and cross-browser testing. You know what is data-driven testing? Testing the same functionality using multiple sets of test data. Testing the same test cases using multiple sets of test data. Why data-driven testing? For positive and negative testing. Okay, that is different concept. WebDriver supports data-driven testing. UFT also support data-driven testing. UFT also supports data-driven testing. But Selenium IDE, another tool in Selenium suite, doesn't support data-driven testing and cross-browser testing. Data-driven testing and cross-browser testing. What is cross-browser testing? Krishna Chaitanya, what is cross-browser testing?
Testing on different browsers like Google.
Testing on different browsers. Executing test cases against different browsers. Suppose we have 200 test cases in our project. Executing all 200 cases in Mozilla Firefox using IE, using Chrome. This is cross-browser testing. Executing test cases against different browsers. Next, WebDriver is faster than other tools in Selenium suite. Why? It doesn't have IDE, only programming interface. See, programming interface having quick functionality. Suppose if it is IDE, for example, UFT, slow. Why? UFT has some integrated features. Burden on tool. Here, WebDriver doesn't have any IDE, only programming interface. See, WebDriver is faster than other tools in Selenium suite. Not only in Selenium suite, when it compares to UFT, RFT, WebDriver is faster. See, WebDriver is faster than other tools in Selenium suite. When it compares to Selenium IDE, Selenium RC, WebDriver is faster. Next, WebDriver supports parallel test case execution with the help of either JUnit or TestNG framework. See, WebDriver supports parallel test execution. WebDriver supports parallel test execution with the help of either JUnit or TestNG. What is parallel test execution, Paramita Rai? What is parallel test execution?
Execute the same test cases at the same time.
Same test cases, same time. Why same test cases?
No, I'm sorry, different test cases at the same time.
Say distributing test cases, multiple missions, Gayatri. Using multiple missions or multiple nodes. The same mission, multiple nodes. Using multiple nodes or multiple missions, executing test cases. Suppose we have 500 test cases. Suppose we have 3 missions, 150 test cases on first mission, 150 test cases on second mission, 200 test cases on third mission, distributing cases. See, what is the advantage of parallel test case execution? We can reduce the test execution time. By distributing test cases, we can reduce the time, test execution time. See, parallel test case execution. Next, WebDriver doesn't have built-in result reporting facility. It provides summary only. Suppose whereas UFT has built-in result reporting facility. For every test iteration, UFT provides test result in result window, but WebDriver doesn't have built-in result reporting facility. See, this is one drawback. WebDriver doesn't have built-in result reporting facility. But no problem. With the help of JUnit or TestNG, we can generate detailed test reports. See, in our training program, we are going to use TestNG. It is more advanced than JUnit. TestNG, where NG stands for next generation. See, with the help of either JUnit or TestNG, either JUnit or TestNG, we can generate detailed test reports, HTML test reports. See chapter Selenium WebDriver. In this chapter, first topic, introduction. Next, one more point. No object repository in Selenium WebDriver, so no centralized maintenance of objects. If it is UFT has centralized maintenance of object. UFT has object repository, but in Selenium WebDriver, no object repository, no object repository. Somebody's making noise. Avoid that one. Put mute, Parmita. Okay. No object repository in Selenium WebDriver. So, no centralized maintenance of objects or elements. See, this is about Selenium WebDriver. Next, second topic in this chapter, creating test cases. Creating test cases. Creating test cases. say how to create test cases. Say using element locators and WebDriver methods, using element locators, WebDriver methods, and Java programming features, we can create test cases. See, using element locators, element, what is element? Silpa, what is element? Element means element.
Check the checkbox.
Okay.
I mean, the
That is
text box.
example. Element means object. In UFT, term is object. In Selenium, term is element. Both are synonyms. You told example, checkbox. See, link is element. Edit box is element. Button is element. List box is element. Radio button is element. All those are elements. Locators means properties. For example, man is element. Locators means properties. Name is one locator for man element. Name Silpa is value. Age is one locator. Color, height, width, all are locators. See, element means object, locator means property. See, element locators and WebDriver methods. Element locators, WebDriver methods, and Java programming features, we can create test cases. See, first, element locators. What is the purpose of element locators? To recognize or identify elements. To recognize or identify elements, or you can say objects. Next, WebDriver methods. Method is technical term, operation is business term. Synonyms. Method means operation. WebDriver methods. To perform operations on elements. To perform operations on elements. Next, Java programming features. Java programming features. To enhance test cases. To enhance test cases. Say in future, we are going to use test-ng annotations also. First, we will discuss these three only. Already we discussed Java programming features. First, we focus on these three only. But in future, we will add test-ng annotations also. What is the purpose of test-ng annotations? Test-ng annotations. For grouping test cases. Next, parallel test execution and generating test reports, etc. Then you can get complete sense, recognizing objects, performing operations on objects, enhancing test cases. Next, grouping, parallel test execution, generating reports. Okay, these four. Creating test cases. Okay, tell me, Parmita, what are the prerequisites for creating test cases in Selenium WebDriver?
Element locators, WebDriver methods, Java programming, and test-ng annotations.
Just I will show one small example. Element locator. Suppose in Google homepage, Gmail link is there. Identifying Gmail link. See, identifying Gmail link using element locator. Next, click the Gmail link using WebDriver method. Click the Gmail link using WebDriver method. Next, after clicking Gmail link, what will happen, Silpa? After clicking Gmail link in Google homepage, what will happen?
Sign in username and the password.
Gmail homepage. It redirects to Gmail homepage, na?
Yes.
It redirects to Gmail homepage. Just a minute. See, this is Gmail homepage. See, first, this is Google homepage. In this Google homepage, our requirement is click on Gmail link. First, identifying Gmail link, that is object identification, identifying element. Next, click this Gmail, operation on that element using WebDriver method. After that, you can get Gmail homepage. It redirects to Gmail homepage. Then check whether the Gmail homepage opened or not. That is verification. Using Java conditional statements and other features, you can check. See, check if the Gmail home page opened or not using Java programming. Features. See, it is one small example. Next, observe. See, this is Gmail homepage. This edit box is there. Identifying this edit box is element identification or object identification. What is the operation? What is the regular operation on this element? Paramita, what is the regular operation on this element? Click edit box. You click the edit box.
Sir, operation is like, click on the next button. That is operation.
No, that is not operation.
No.
What I am asking, see here edit box is there. What is the operation on this edit box? What is the regular operation is edit box?
Input keywords like entering input.
Enter a value. Enter a value. That is regular operation. Enter a value. That is a regular operation. Next, one more object is there. Next button. What is the regular operation on button object or button element? Regular operation on button element. Click. Regular operation on edit box. Enter a value.